for that wonderful introduction. It's truly an honor to be here representing Nevada Donor and to stand alongside our incredible partners at Lung Bioengineering. Today I want to share a story that reflects not just the science and logistics of lung donation, but the heart of what we do. A story about teamwork, quick thinking, and the relentless pursuit of our shared purpose to restore breath, to restore life. When we talk about lung donation, we're talking about giving someone the chance to do what so many of us take for granted, to take a deep breath without pain, to laugh without gasping, to walk, to run, to dance, untethered from oxygen tanks, free from disease. And that purpose was at the center of everything that unfolded in this extraordinary case. At Nevada Donor Network, we work every day to protect the gifts entrusted to us by donors and their families. When lungs are allocated, our job doesn't stop. We continue thinking about what we could change because sometimes, despite every plan, lungs are declined at the last moment. That's where Lung Bioengineering, LBE, comes in. Our process ensures that LBE is notified early so that we can be ready to change if our plans change. It starts with a simple phone call. We provide the donor's UNOS ID, match ID, clinical summary, imaging, x-rays, CT scans, and anything that helps that paints the picture. LBE reviews and decides whether to follow along with the case. This process exists for one reason, because every lung matters. Every lung represents someone's chance to breathe freely again. The case I want to share today begins with a 37-year-old man, a registered organ donor, who was found unresponsive by his family where he was rushed to the hospital. A CT scan revealed a devastating brain hemorrhage that extended into the ventricles. Despite the best efforts of the medical team, his condition worsened, and in the face of the unimaginable grief, his family made the courageous decision to donate his organs to give the gift of life to others. The strength and generosity meant that their loved one's legacy would live on in the lives he could save. We began the workup: lungs, heart, liver, kidneys. The lungs were allocated to a transplant center. They were accepted. Plans were set. Everything was moving forward, and hope was high. But as we all know in this work, plans can change in an instant, and they did. As the OR approached, the lungs were declined. The accepting center made the difficult decision not to proceed with transplant. Imagine what was at stake in that moment, not just a set of lungs, but what those lungs represented. The chance for someone waiting on a transplant list to finally take a breath, holding breath, deep air. The chance for a parent to play with their child without struggling for air. The chance for a person to walk outside and feel the sun on their face without worrying whether they can make it back. Because we had LBE involved from the start, we had options. I called them immediately. I explained the situation, the decline intra-op, and the clinical details. And they did what true partners do. They said, let's take another look. Let's see if these lungs can still be used. That's what purpose looks like. That's what the commitment to saving lives looks like. Procurement moved forward. The lungs were packaged in block and sent to LBE. Once they arrived, the lungs were split on the black table. The right lung went to research, a gift that will help improve care for future patients. The left was placed on EVLP for perfusion. Over the next 3 hours, the lung was carefully assessed and rehabilitated. Thanks to this technology, we had some hope left in these lungs, a second chance. A chance to show that these lungs could still serve their purpose to bring life to someone awaiting. And then something amazing happened. A new accepting center stepped forward. They agreed to proceed. They worked with us, with LBE, to coordinate transportation, timing, and logistics. Every detail had to fall into place perfectly, and in the end, the left lung was successfully transplanted. A life was changed forever because the lung that might have been lost was given a second chance. This taught us so much. It taught us the value of preparation, of having systems, partnerships, and technologies ready. It showed the power of communication, that every update, every phone call, every shared detail helped keep this possibility alive. And it reminded us that lungs are not just organs. They are promises of breath. They are the bridge from surviving to living. We must never forget that every heart of the case is a donor and a family who said yes. The real heroes of this story are the donor and his loved ones. They choose generosity in the midst of a heartbreak. They choose to let their loved ones live legacy and live on in every breath of another human being. And because of that decision, someone's life today is easier, and someone is breathing better. Someone today is alive because of that. Throughout my career at NDN, I've been part of many cases, but I can honestly say that this one was one of the most meaningful ones and the most inspiring. The teamwork, the communication, and the determination was a work of art itself. I'm proud, honored, and humbled to have been a part of it. I want to thank Long Bioengineering for their incredible partnership. I want to thank my colleagues at Nevada Donor for making the ultimate gift possible. And most of all, I want to thank the donor's family for supporting us throughout the process. This case is a reminder of what we can achieve if we stay focused on purpose, to give breath, to give life, to give hope, to give a new chance. Thank you, Long Bio.